KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody to a beautiful Tuesday here in Winnebago. We are live at the Big Voice Studios, and it is a beautiful Tuesday day here. And we wanted to make sure that we have an opportunity to do a lot of good things here. I'd like to invite my co-host here, DJ Bethani. How you feeling?
Feeling lovely.
All right. So we have a special guest. We have to get through a lot of good things here today. We have a lot of announcements that we want to make sure that we get through. The Winnebago Indian News came out with a new issue last Saturday, so we'll be discussing that. We're going to have some special guests that are going to be joining us. Hopefully, like the Angel Tree folks are going to be doing us. We're going to talk about the Hat and Mitten Drive. And we have a huge week this week. It's huge. Not only are we celebrating Thanksgiving and stuff, but we got one of our very own out there in the Big Apple, Baby Wombly's doing big things.
Definitely.
Him and his family and stuff. I wanted to see if we can get an exclusive interview with this young gentleman that's making some tracks. He Shakes the Earth is his Indian name and everything too. So what you got?
Well, I know that I think we could possibly pull that off, because I think we have someone in the waiting room here virtually.
Okay, let's try it here. Let's see what happens. Bear with us. Okay, check this guy out. Hey, man, how you doing?
Good.
Let's see here.
We're trying to make sure we get everything good, but Baby Wom's live in the Big Apple here, and we just want to make sure we have an opportunity to see if we can hear him. All righty. We're trying on our end here. It's not your guys' and stuff, but we might need to get a cord, or is that?
No, I think we're good. It's on our end. It's saying to request them to turn on their iPhone microphone.
Oh, okay. So Baby Wombly or Cassie, if you're can hear us in the background, or if you can hear us in general, it says turn on your iPhone camera. And turn on your iPhone microphone if possible.
Yeah, because we have our... Yep, we're good on our end.
You might want to turn
Can you
him
hear
on
us?
TV.
Can you hear us?
True, yeah.
Oh, I hear him.
Okay.
I hear him on the TV. Hey, Baby Wombly, how you doing?
Good.
Oh, man. How is your trip going so far?
Good.
Wow. We've seen some pictures and everything. And are you guys ready for Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell for those folks that don't know, I think everybody in the world knows and stuff, but what are you going to be doing on Thursday?
We're gonna be doing the Thanksgiving parade.
Nice, the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. I looked up some data, and it looks like there's about 30 million people, and I would have to say there's probably going to be about 2 million people just to tune in to watch you. Are you pretty excited?
Are you excited?
Yeah.
How's the weather out there?
It's we thought it's gonna be really cold, but it's not that cold today. The days we've been here,
It's nice.
it's pretty nice.
Wow, you're doing an awesome interview, man. Hey, so how was last night? What did you guys end up doing?
We went to a big M&M store. It's like a big one.
M&M.
Wow.
Red store.
You got a hat.
I got a hat and kids to go on it.
From
That is cool. Right on. Yeah, so we are live with Baby Wombly if you're just tuning in here, and he's out there in New York, and he's going to be dancing on Thanksgiving Day, which is Thursday. We're excited to see him. He did some shopping like last night. Is there anything that you want to say to the good folks? I see that even the GoFundMe website, they really appreciated your efforts, and they put you on their website, and it seemed like it caught fire. I mean, is there anything that you want to say to any of your teachers or anybody that donated or anything like that? We want to give you the floor is yours, Baby Wombly.
Thank you for everyone who donated. and
Great. Great.
and one that played and the one that I can uh,
Right.
Fundraiser.
fundraisers.
Yes, good job, man. We are proud of you. We love you. You have safe travels. You have fun when you do that. Smile big at the camera. And I got one request is if you can do your one move when you point to the sky, the t-shirts and stuff, that would be amazing. That would be kind of like our shout out to everybody that is going to be watching you. You know what I mean? Anything you want to mention?
Oh, I just want to say, have fun out there, baby mom. I think you're the most adorable dancer ever, and it's really awesome that you're out there doing big things. And so, have fun for all of us.
We'll see you live on Thursday.
Thank you.
Okay, see ya.
Yeah,
Right on, man. We had the exclusive.
that was awesome.
That is cool. Right there, baby Wombly doing an awesome job. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you, Wombly Senior, brother Wombly, and all those guys, and I know the family. They had an awesome send off. Do we have any pictures of that for those folks that didn't see it?
We can look. I know that we had our WIN office circulation manager that was able to attend over there.
Yeah, it turned out really good. Or maybe just browse Cassie's Facebook page as well. She said there's a lot of outpouring of support, and his spirit has reached a lot of people, and that's really good to see. And their encouragement and everything, you know. And we wanted to say thank you to everybody that is donating, that are sending their prayers to him so that he performs the best of his capabilities, everything that he's going to do. And it's just going to bring that much pride to a lot of people. To my understanding, he's part of the Native Pride Productions. Larry Yazzie and the crew, they've been asked, and to my understanding, it's probably the fourth time that they performed at the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, and always doing a good job. So those parades, though, I got to tell you, I have a little history with parades. Is that we did a couple of them. One is we used to do the River Cave Parade all the time, just kind of, and then we did the Rose Bowl Parade, and that's a pretty long. You're doing miles basically, and I want to say that the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade is about 2.5 miles. So this young guy is gonna, you know, he probably can do it with no problem and stuff, but. We hope that his moccasins hold up and everything, and he's ready to roll and stuff. So I'm excited to see that. You know, you always see the Thanksgiving parade and everybody's kind of cooking, and then you see those big floats. I remember Snoopy and all those guys. Huge, man. So it's gonna take place, and man, what a exciting time for Winnebago. What an exciting time for Baby Wombly and the crew. You know.
Yes, definitely.
So we're looking at, they did an amazing job too on his video, his kind of send off. They did a blazing
I like that.
send off, and it was really cute because they had not only that, but it was really powerful. The dual language, his peers, they were the ones that blessed him. So they did the seating ceremony and, you know, the encouragement, and they seated everybody off. And coming from the young ones, I was just like, wow, that's kind of the first time I seen that. And it was really impactful.
No, I agree. And just knowing that the future generations to come are, strong, and they're getting taught the things that we need to know. And I really like that too.
All righty. So again, folks, if you haven't known, maybe you tune into Winnebago Talks and stuff, but Baby Wombly is going to be performing at the Thanksgiving Macy Days Parade on Thanksgiving Day. And I wonder what time. It will be probably about 9:30, somewhere around there is his time slot. If anybody knows, kind of make sure that there's probably hundreds of floats that are going to be going through. And so we'll just make sure that we get a lot of pictures. And Cassie, Sister Cassie and the crew, man, they're doing a wonderful job. So, all righty.
Well, shoot. 7 Central Time at 7:30 a.m. is when it kicks off.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay, well, maybe we can get a kind of in-depth detail on the scene, like, hey, they're coming around the corner and stuff like that. Make sure to tune in. People did ask us to stream it on the big screen. Unfortunately, it's kind of, we want to make sure our team spends time with their family, so we don't have nobody to cover it. But It's going to be on Peacock for streaming or NBC. So that you guys just know that one there. Sioux City Journal covered it, KTIV, the Winnebago in the News, the Big Voice Radio, and everybody that shared the post that we put out on the Big Voice Radio for his GoFundMe and his blessing ceremony. Man, that one right there, I think, was probably our number one top post so far for 2025. So did a good job on that one. Okay, so we have the Winnebago in the News, man. What do we have? Dang.
Wow. In our last, let me bring this down. In our last edition, number 23 for me, we had the emergency services building that had the open house. And I want to say, I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but I really love the language that is implemented throughout the building, into the titles, down to like just the titles for each room. And I really love that.
Can you show some pictures from the Winnebago in the News coverage there? And we'll talk about that. But I had an opportunity, and that was, last week when it was on November 18th. That was last Tuesday. And they had an open house for that. And it was really, really, really good because not only did they, I got a tour before the open house from Isaac. We went around and we just seen like they have a lounge area, so they're ready to roll, So one side of the garage is going to be for the Winnebago Volunteer Fire Department. There's a kind of a middle section there where they got like some of the heaters, and then there's also like a dispatch room, radio room they call it.
Yes.
And upstairs portion they have some training exercise areas, like what it's like to simulate to be on a roof. They used to have also like areas where you can practice rappelling down from the side of a building or something. And then the middle section is where your ambulances are going to go, your EMT, your CHRs, your first responders, and that's going to be in there. And it even has like an area where they can kind of like make sure that the it's nice and clean, because the back roads and everything too, so it might get muddy or whatever, but they even have like a wash area for their vehicles. Then you go into that section, which is probably the farthest south of the area, and that's where like the offices, so they're going to have CHR offices in there. They have on that bottom area, they have a training room, a classroom, a conference room, and then there's some director offices areas, a lot of bathrooms in there. They do have a kitchen, and then you go upstairs, there's a workout room, and it has a beautiful mirror and some artwork there by Scott Aldridge. Then you go in there, there's some dorm area where, to my understanding, they get maybe some people that have to go in the middle of the night. They have to go all the way up to Sioux Falls and then come back, and then it's like they're tired and everything. So they have an area where they can rest their eyes and stuff too. So I thought that was very important, because you want your first responders to be on top of their game and everything. They really, I kind of asked, and I noticed, and I said something, and I said, wow, you guys thought of everything. Really, and it's going to be, this building's going to be here long after we're gone. And it's very important, because the prayers that were said, the statements that were said, is that when they go out there, it might be the worst time of a person's life when they're responding to an incident, responding to something that happens and everything, but just the comfort, the amenities, the building itself will get us that much more quality care for the tribal people in Winnebago, with the Winnebago community. So I thought it was real cool. What's your thoughts?
Definitely. I really enjoy it as well, because my first question was kind of inquiring on where each of these programs were located. So centralizing them to one location and making sure that it kind of helps with like their response time and stuff like that. And just the facility itself. Like, I know that those were parts that would really help with their responses, and just practicing, being able to train together. And an aspect that I want to include that was kind of mentioned a few times when I talked to my Dega Isaac was that they want to be able to have that space, like, to decompress after a call. Like, let's say it's a very traumatic, situation or something like that, and they just need to be able to unload or like decompress that that energy, or just that call, whatever they experienced during that call, and so they're not taking it home or not it's not, you know, seeping into their relationships or their family, their friendships, all that kind of stuff. So just covering that. They have like a spiritual room there where they can go to pray and all that kind of stuff. So I really think that it's going to be beneficial overall to all of the emergency responders, and I'm really grateful to have been able to be a part of that day.
I know Isaac really appreciates. We're going to transition here in a second, talking about the hat and mitten drive.
Yes.
But the Winnebago volunteer
Yes.
is a very important word, and you know, it's your way of giving back and helping. They do training, and they are looking for some volunteers as well. So if you know anybody, or if you want to be a service, or you know, help out and stuff too, we did kind of like we read off every volunteer for the fire department. I thought that was really cool, and some of the names and everything too is just like, wow. In you know, the knowledge that you may bring and stuff. Maybe you're not young, and but you still want to serve in some capacity. They probably still have a role for you that you might be able to be the person to help out in some form, some way. Did you talk to your mom? What was her thoughts?
Yeah, my mom actually was on a call. She had to go travel out of Winnebago, but she just she can't wait, and she's looking forward to the new facility as well. And yeah, I just think it's I was telling her, I was teasing when me and Kevin went through the tour of the building. I don't know, anybody that knows me, when it comes to dry erase boards, I just can't help myself.
Yeah.
We was going through the tour, and then the CHR office has this real nice whiteboard. I couldn't help it. I signed their board. But I put community health representative emergency service. Like, I put their title, but I just couldn't help it. I had to write on their board.
So don't tell anybody in high school. When you're in high school, you put your name on the. Nah, just
Yeah,
kidding.
I was like, be the first one there, write out the teacher's agenda for the day.
It
But
was her. No.
It was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. It was really awesome to see all the facility and all the people that came out to support. It was pretty packed too.
The thing that's coming up, it's going to be on December 18th. It is the annual hat and glove drive. You remember like getting out of school and going down to the fire hall, and you know, you get your bag and it has hat and mittens so you stay warm during the wintertime. Then it also had some goodies in there. So some of these entities got together, and Winnebago Volunteer Fire Department, appreciate their help. They're helping out as well. But if you want to do this, it's a donation drive. There's hat and glove. There is areas, there are drop-off locations, and it is from November 14th to December 15th. And they need new or gently used hat and gloves. The drop-off locations at Boys and Girls Club, the Wolves Den at Little Priest Travel College, Sweetwater Cafe, Ho Chunk Center in Sioux City, or you can head out to Winnebago's Casino Resort. And I have to say that Winnebago's Casino Resort, go to their cashier. I was out there yesterday. We had a meeting. And go to their cashier cage area, tell them that, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to give you $10 for free play. That's crazy, huh? Yeah, it's a promotion. So I don't know how much hat and gloves cost. I haven't bought mine yet, but you know, grab a couple extra ones, take them out there because they're going to be put to good use. But you could take that $10 and, you know, try your luck at some of the games or some of the amenities out there at Winnebago's. Thank you to Winnebago's for providing that. Another update I didn't get to send you the picture yet and stuff, but Winnebago's has some new signage. When you walk in, and it's a beautiful sign, it has the Winnebago Tribe's seal. So you're walking in there and stuff. Go check it out. And then also on that Flowers Island, there was a sign, and it kind of got faded a little bit, but they just put the new seal in there and stuff.
Nice.
And it shines. It's really good job. So the Winnebago Tribe's Employee Appreciation Party is going to be out there, and we're looking forward to that. So I think that is very important. So hat and glove drive, December 15th is the deadline. So if you want to take advantage of that promotion, $10 at Winnebago's, you can turn them in out there at Winnebago's, or utilize those drop-off locations. Thank you to Advance, to all those that are going to donate it to that. It goes to a good cause, to our young ones and our youth, and even our elders get some of that too as well. So now we have none other than the Neola Old Lady Walker annual holiday lighting contest. What you know about that?
Well, I know that we are going to be bringing out some more details. We did have a contestant reach out to sign up already, and so we're excited to get that out. More information for the full details. So places, if we're going to go with those themes like they did last year. But we have been calling for sponsors. So if you or a business out there that you know would like to partake, like I'm muscle memory, I went right to the big voice, but I meant to go to the win so we can show that flyer. But,
There you go.
we're calling for sponsors, and so if you would like to be included or help out with the upcoming annual holiday lighting contest, we'll be I'm looking for it. We'll be taking those until December 1st. So about 5 more days, we'll be calling for sponsors. And so you can reach out to us through the Winnebago Indian News email, which is winnebagoindiannews@winnebagotribe.com. And so it's in there. Each year, the one thing that I really, really appreciate about this is that each year it really lights up the town and Winnebago looks beautiful. And so sponsorships are available now. The deadline to get included in the annual holiday lighting contest will be December 1st. You can give us a call. Our number is 402-878-2272, extension 4000 and 4001.
Or yep. So the sponsorships, and then I wonder if it looks good. So then when's judging? You have 10 days to put up your lights or something?
Yeah, so my thing with this is that I was sitting there and I was thinking and I wanted to make sure that my thoughts on it is like each year it's grown a little more. And so I wanted to make sure that we implemented and included a lot of those elements that were added throughout the years. It's been a few years since I got to help with the planning or be a part of the process, so a little rusty, but I'm excited. So we're not really sure yet on the full details of it. I got to get with Tyler and get with the rest of the team to see how we're going to roll that out, but we just got as far as gathering our sponsors.
Yeah. So for those that are thinking about it, you know what's coming, and if you want to put up your lights and stuff, you don't wait for our announcement. Basically, you can go ahead and do it and then be like, hey, we should get into the contest, right?
Yeah. So the deadline will be December 1st, which is on Monday. It's
and
upcoming
that's for
Monday.
Sponsorships.
This is for sponsors,
Not
yes.
to sign your house
No.
up yet.
No, that one will be a little bit, probably give them maybe a week or so, because we want to make sure that we roll all of this out before Christmas time.
Right.
So we'll be going into the Christmas holidays. And I want to say it's usually about that week of the 15th through the 19th. So that's the week that it'll be the week before Christmas. So
Okay.
15th through the 19th. So
Yep.
keep an eye on those dates.
Interesting. That's pretty exciting. And then last year, we had a independent judge. The judges weren't anybody from the communications office or anything like that. So the judge goes out there and checks them all out, and we have a judging night, and we come back up and tally up the scores, and appreciate our judges for taking time. It does take about a good three hours, which is good. We wanted to, hopefully break it up in 2 nights, because we have so many people that enter and stuff. That's awesome. And the main reason is because Neola Walker, old lady Neola Walker herself, she took money out of her pocket to do this contest, and she wanted to take the young ones that were in her care, to go around and just kind of escape reality and check out the lights at the house in Winnebago, and be like, wow. And I got a young daughter and a young boy and stuff that we take around, and you should see them just light up. Wow, look at that, Dad, all this, and that's right there is what it's about. And then my grandmother, she used to love doing that and stuff, and it was a kind of almost a tradition where she would get the candy canes and a brown bag of candy, and we would just cruise. We put in some gas money, and we would just cruise around and look at the lights and stuff, and put in the background a little holiday music and stuff. And then she was like, geez, look at that one. or look at all those lights and everything, and just to have those memories as a core memory when I was a young person. She wanted to see that joy in my life, and that's what ultimately we're doing. The money competition and stuff is a little extra part of it, and it kind of gets more people enthused about to do it.
Yep.
But the main reason we don't lose focus of that is
definitely.
for our children. So we're going to transition again here, folks, is that we're talking about our children. Tomorrow is going to, or I believe tomorrow, are the annual March for Lost Children is taking place. What you know about that?
I know that it's coming up on Wednesday. There's also some workshops, so let me grab that information.
And this is going to head up north in Sioux City, Iowa area. We had a couple people email us about that. There is a flyer in the Winnebago in the News. If you did not get your Winnebago in the News, there's also posted. There's a virtual option. It's interactive and things like that, but you basically get the paper on your computer or on your phone. But the annual March is taking place, and I remember when this first started, it was really very powerful. Now it's already it's the 23rd annual Memorial March to honor lost children, November 26th, and so that is tomorrow, and it's going to be starting at 7 a.m. at War Eagle Park. There's a lot of sponsors. There's a QR code, but DJ Bethany, you have some more information for them?
Yes, I have here a free of charge. It is a workshop that is also in relation to the Memorial March. And so, just bear with me here. I know I got an agenda here somewhere.
The flyer has some nice artwork. It looks like this artwork came from Wesley Starr, age 11, from Santee, Dakota. Wow.
Yeah, I apologize. I don't know if it's for me being on the internet, but usually like the attachments, it's not showing that attachment with the agenda. It was included in there, but yeah, there was some educational trainings taking place, and so that right now there is one going on for a QPR suicide prevention. There was a link to register, but as I mentioned, it was free of charge. This afternoon at 1:00 p.m., there's going to be Calling of the Lost Birds ceremony, education training, and then following that, there will be a 2:30 p.m. Riding to Heal. But this is to prioritize healing and well-being in ourselves, our organizations, and in our communities. This interactive and activity-driven workshop will explore that question through the principles of healing-centered engagement, a framework developed by Dr. Sean Ginwright that promotes a holistic approach to healing from trauma and adversity. And it's a healing-centered engagement. And then into Tuesday, we had keynote speaker Terry Medina this morning at 8:30 a.m. into that QPR suicide prevention, lunch at noon, and then the two following this afternoon.
All righty. Thank you for that information. As we continue on, just so you know, we do have the rant of the day. We also have, probably not the answer is, I know that we're trying to gear up for some adverse weather. As you know, old man winter is just around the corner. So I think Brian is usually our the answer is guru. Yeah, I know that they're planning for something like that. But Julie Smithart, a couple announcements that we want to make sure that we get out there is she is the Winnebago Tribe's emergency manager, and we always get kind of that, hey, are we going to cancel school, or are we canceling work, are we going to try to go out in the blizzard to make it to work, etc. We just want to make sure that everybody stays safe, so use your own judgment as the time comes. But we just want to make sure that if you have an opportunity in the in the Winnebago in the News, there's some HVAC preparation things that you need to know and be aware of. We got that graphic, and just so you know, if you have an opportunity, there's a winter HVAC safety and prep checklist. Keep your home warm, safe, and efficient the winter. So here's just a couple of tips here. Just replace your air filter, check your thermostat. This is a big one here. I did because of Julie and the carbon monoxide tester. Do you have one of those in your
Yeah.
house? It's crazy, you know, because there's always a story that pops up, and a family passes away because of the carbon monoxide. So they're not very expensive, but get one of those. Also,
Life saving.
yeah, check your smoke detectors. Check your smoke detectors. Make sure the batteries. You ever call somebody and you can hear their battery in the background? You know
I'm that person.
that beep, and you know that they're at home, and you're like, hey, you need to change your batteries in your smoke alarm. Just take a day,
Yeah.
or you know, like payday or whatever and stuff. Just put it on your schedule just to make sure that happens. Listen for unusual noises. Clear out the HVAC units. Clear the vents and registers. Clean around the furnace. Check the furnace flame. Seal drafts and air leaks, and schedule a winter tune-up. Also, we have a lot of households, especially kind of in the surrounding area, that are on propane. A lot of our elders too. I got a grandmother that does that, and just make sure, check the weather and everything, but there might be an opportunity, and weather changes so quick. It goes from one extreme to the next, you know, like blizzard of 2025 is coming, everybody hunkered down, and my rant is kind of going to be about that and stuff, but I'll tell you a little bit more about it when it comes up. Anyways, nothing happens. It's a beautiful day, and you know, so that's that.
Be that way.
Or they're like, hey, we're just gonna get a flurry, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's this whiteout conditions, trees are
Yeah.
falling, and you're falling, and you're like, what? Where'd that come from? It's best to be prepared.
Yep.
It's best to be
Yep.
prepared. So just, and I gotta tell you, the story last year when they had that storm in March, I remember it. I got sent back to days before electricity, man. I had no water. I had no electricity. I had no internet. It was like so weird. And then I had a responsibility of trying to get some notification out to our tribal members. I couldn't send a text, but I could call. It was so weird. I could call. It's so weird. Yeah. And we did some preparation on that too. So
Yeah.
that was a hard lesson learned. But man, I couldn't get out of town, basically. I was thrown back in the Stone Ages. It was weird.
And I was thinking about that, watching that phone battery dwindle down, and you know, you don't have any power because I was charging it on my laptop. We lost power at my mom's too. And once the laptop died, I was just like, oh, we're done for. I was just kidding though. But yeah, I had to, you know, make accommodations and be adaptable. So
Candles.
yes.
Make sure you get a lot of blankets if you don't have heat, and figure out a way to check out with our elders and our young ones. Don't send our young ones into the blizzard or anything too. That's what I was mostly worried about. It's like,
Yeah.
how am I going to keep my little family warm? You don't have no heat, and it got really cold. So it's we can kind of tease about it now and everything, but we learned our lesson. We're like, man, we need to get one of those. So what we did is we ended up getting one of those battery packs, and so we could charge our phones,
Yep.
whatever it may be, and then we end up getting like a Starlink so that communication still can flow, because my internet was off in my house and stuff, and I was like, dang man, that's satellite, so as long as you have open sky and some power, you should be able to get internet, and that's very important, you know. Nonetheless, alrighty, it's gonna be a short Winnebago Talks today, right?
Yeah, I do want to add a couple things. So I did see that we had finally gotten together and got a goal counter.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's do it.
So we have the enrollment survey. We have an update. So even as of today, we jumped, huh? So let me grab that. But we do have a goal counter that's going to be featured on the Winnebago Tribe's website. And as well, it's available on the social media. It'll be displayed on the big screen. But as of this morning, so yesterday, they were sitting at, as of the graphic being posted, it was 468. And that was Monday, November 24th. Well, fast forward to today, 24 hours later, It was jumped to 539 online submissions with 26 paper submissions, so a total of 565 surveys submitted.
Wow.
31%.
We're at 31%.
Yes.
And don't tell anybody, guys. I shouldn't even be telling you guys this, but my team, they're like pleading to you because I text my team every freaking other minute. Goal counter, survey, let's pump it, let's do something, let's make sure it's on the big screen, whatever. We're imploring all our tactics, and so I guess for the love of goodness, make sure you share this so my team doesn't have to hear from me. I know they're tired of me. They're just like, he's getting guaranteed. I'll text in the middle of the night too, and I'm like, hey, goal counter and survey enrollment. Make sure we push it, guys. Make sure we push. They're just, yeah, geez.
But on a serious note, your voice matters, and it's for the future of our tribe. And then I did see, just on my own personal time, I did see other people sharing the link and sharing their opinion about doing the survey. And a lot of points were, I agreed with a lot of the points that were being made on these different posts that I seen, because it is very important for the future of our people, because it's a discussion that was had many times where blood quantum and us being how do you say it? With the blood quantum of it, the pedigree part, we're the only ones next to dogs and horses, and that are, I don't know. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. It's really unfortunate and stuff, but that was something that was a stipulation when we go way back to the treaties with the federal government. Basically, we're a sovereign nation within the nation of the United States, and we have to prove it. And it's really unfortunate and stuff, but there's over 500 different tribes, and each having its own criteria of making sure that you're, and in your heart you feel some type of way and stuff, and then it's just like, I feel for those ones that are 1%, they can't get in the tribe because they want to belong. And yeah, there is a good discussion on what makes you a Winnebago tribal member. Is it just the card, or should you learn your language, should you learn your culture, all this and that? Should you know the history? I know that U.S. citizenship, they require you to become a U.S. citizen. They require you to take a series of classes and courses and things like that. Maybe that's something that's on the table. That's not for us to decide, but the main thing for communications is help us out. Together we can. And we are reaching out to our good friends that help us each and every day. Share that post, and we appreciate, and we want to say thank you for sharing that post, to bringing it to the forefront. And as we head into the Thanksgiving weekend, we get together with our families. Let's have a conversation at the dinner table. I know that after you eat or whatnot and stuff, but let's try to say, hey, take the survey, and that's all it needs to be said. It doesn't need to be like, hey, start a big family argument or anything like that. It's just like, hey, just, I respect your opinion. Even the young adults and stuff, they have an opinion. The elders, they have an opinion, and then us as regular just tribal members have an opinion on how it should go. And that's the voice that we want to hear. Is your voice matters. So
definitely
good one.
And then lastly, it was one that was posted on the tribe, just to make everybody aware that the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska will be closed in observance of the Thanksgiving Day holiday. Starting Wednesday, November 26th, the Winnebago tribal employees will be granted admin leave beginning at noon. Thursday and Friday, the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska offices will be closed. Regular business hours will resume Monday, December 1st, 2025.
Let's go. All right, folks, we are come to that point here. We're going to get into today's rant of the day, and we also have, I believe, the joke of the day. We got probably a couple turkey ones and stuff. Poor turkeys. I don't know if they got pardoned or whatnot and stuff, but this year is going to be a little bit special for the Winnebago tribe because we have one of our own out there in the Big Apple that's going to be on Thanksgiving Day parade and stuff. Man, that's going to be freaking phenomenal. Baby Wombly doing big things, and he's so, just the way he's about him. You know, he might not have the height or, you know, be a giant or anything like that, but he's doing giant things.
Yeah.
That is freaking amazing, isn't it?
I love his Indian name.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, so joke of the day? Should we start with the rant of the day? Finish it on a good note?
Yeah, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So the rant I have, all right? The rant that I have, guys, is when it comes down, I got a problem with the weather. What do they call it? Meteorologists. Is that what their official name is? Is that on the news? All right. And they don't know the power they have, but they have some great power. Blizzard of 2025 is coming around the corner. Everybody goes shopping. You know, the bread is off the shelves. The prices rise. Everything goes, you know, and it's just like, oh, it puts an unneeded stress. And then nothing happens. Right? I mean, yeah. So I guess like it's Mother's Nature and stuff like that. But I'm just like, come on, guys. If you're gonna really put something out there, you know, just make sure you know you really know and
Like
stuff.
say it with some accuracy.
Yeah. So I am. You know, somebody is like, how's the weather today? I don't know. I need to go and check out the meteorologists and stuff. All you gotta do is go outside. If it looks bad, it's bad. If it looks nice, it's nice, right? But
No, I wholeheartedly agree because you'll be getting prepped up for it and then
yeah,
never comes.
I mean, anyway, so my thing is, yeah, stay safe, everything too. Oh, on the flip side too is those guys. Okay, we hunker down, right? And then you always see it. You always see it. It's like, oh, is the tribe gonna be off today or whatever and stuff? You know, there's no flurries. There's not even a snowflake out and stuff. Hey, to me, okay, it's better to be safe than sorry, right?
Yes.
I mean, like, you got family members
100%.
that are just trying to put food on their table. But if the kid is staying at home, you know, you don't want nothing to happen to the young ones and stuff. And babysitting and having childcare is so hard these days. And I seen a news article that says that the childcare cost is ridiculous, that people are just working to pay for daycare. I mean, you think about it and stuff, you know, it's like, wow. We used to pay, well, I'm not going to say the daycare or anything like that, but I remember it was like $800 a month.
Oof.
For little Callie, and it was tough. It was tough, man. I mean, that's
a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
woo.
like two months worth of a car payment.
Yes, it's expensive and stuff because we didn't qualify for Educare. We live out of town, whatnot and stuff, you know, and you know, appreciate everybody that's in that industry taking care of our next generation, and the law, the human services, Educare, everybody that is doing that. And it's just unfortunate because we need more of it. We have a lot of young ones and stuff. But when we come back to it, is that I have a responsibility to be at work, but at the same time, my young ones, they get out of school. I don't want them to, you know, get into mischief at home or something might go the wrong way. They might be hungry, you know, and you can see where I'm going on that one. And then everybody's like, hey, you know, like they should be at work. It's better to be safe than sorry. So what do they call those? Boo birds? Or like hecklers or somebody that, you know, and to me, I'm on the flip side. I don't want to notify a family because we didn't cancel because of the weather and they get in a car accident and they can't come home to their family.
Yeah.
That's my kind of thought and feeling. Anyways, that's my rant.
Yep. I wholeheartedly agree. My rant is going to be, it kind of goes with what you're saying of like, in a way, it's like kind of like being open-minded to like different things. So mine is going to be in regards to closed-minded.
Okay.
And it's very hard to like, being an open-minded person, you're still giving that open-minded thought to it because you're like trying to help the closed-minded person see more than just what their closed-minded is used to. If that makes sense. Like, they just like, it's like, no, it's just this one way and it's always this way and it's that's that. Nothing is going to change that. And it's like, you could give hard, cold proof that there's another way that would work 100 times better. and the closed-minded thought is still stuck on no, my way or no way. And it's just like being an open-minded person, because like me personally, I feel like I'm very open-minded, and I appreciate all the open-minded people out there, because I know that like there's a sense of like I don't know, like when it's like if it's not broken, don't fix it, or however that saying goes, or whatever. Like I know in that sense, like there's things like that, but at the same time, like evolving and adapting and growing and taking into consideration all of that, it doesn't need to just stay in one place. Yeah. So right now I'm dealing with a very like closed-minded situation, and I don't like it. And that's my rant, is we need to think outside the box, see the bigger picture.
It's kind of like sometimes talking to a shut door. Yeah. You say what you want to say, or try to plead, or try to say, hey, think about it this way, but it's just like talking to nobody, basically.
Yes. Well, my last thing on it that I'm going to add is that it's like I sit there and I put a lot of intention into what I'm about to say, and then it's like nope, my way or no way. My way or the highway, right? Yeah, and it's like, I'm on that highway then. That's my rant.
That is a good rant. So, and we try to learn from our rants, because I learned something, is that the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Yeah. The squeaky wheel gets the oil, and if you think you're a closed-minded person, let's think about like DJ Bethany, like you're trying to get your point across, consider it, and kind of go that way. And the one thing that I really learned is that if you snap at somebody, odds are they're going to be snapping back. Yeah. You don't want to be like, hey, why'd you do that? What the heck? And then them coming back with, oh man, I really appreciate you, all this and that and stuff. So try a different approach and stuff, and you mean what you say, but at the same time, open up your mind. Yeah, good job, man. That is pretty cool. Okay, what we got for the joke of the day?
So we wanted to go with some turkeys. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Anita.
Anita what?
I need a bigger pair of pants. I ate too much.
I'm gonna use that one. Use that one this Thursday, right?
I can't stop telling Thanksgiving jokes. I tried to quit, but I had to do it cold turkey.
There you go. That's a good one. All right. 2 of them that you can use at the Thanksgiving table, huh? Yeah, cold turkey. Okay. It is our Thanksgiving episode, right? And you gave us the question of the issue, right? And so we want to give our thanks while people are here, and let's make sure we give our thanks. So we'll turn that over to you, DJ Bethany. What are you thankful for?
Well, for me, I wanted to include, wait, I just noticed something. Wait, real quick before we get into that. When you go to the tribe's page, like it already, hold on, I gotta see, this is cool.
Oh, there's a goal. 1796. We're gonna do a big thing. I don't know what it's gonna be, but when that happens, when we made our goal, so 565.
My bad. I just got that was cool. I just seen it going. Yeah,
that's a squirrel moment. Yep. That's my goal counter. I text you guys every day, every 5 minutes. Hey, can we do this? Can we do that? But nonetheless.
Well, so for starters, I'm very, very grateful for my family. I love my family. I would be nothing without them. I grew up with a small, just my mom and my 2 brothers, and for them, I would not be here today if it was not for them. So I'm so grateful for them. I'm also very grateful for my friends outside of my family. I wanted to give thanks to my team here at Communications. Been here with Garan in communications since 2020. And then, we started out so small, and then now we've grown into having a little bit of a semi-full department. So I'm grateful for everybody, from you, Garan, to Tyler, to Brian, to Christina, to Gayla, and of course, Mr. MC Eves, Kevin, Hubert, and all our contractors as well. And then, of course, I had to include my dog, Yoda.
Yeah, for sure, man. That companionship of the 4-legged relatives and stuff. I'm glad that you remember him. And then, to the Big Voice listeners and the Winnebago readership
Definitely.
too, you got a lot to be thankful for. So I used this quote last year. Gratitude, or being thankful for something and not saying it to a person, is like wrapping a gift and not giving it to them. It made sense to me. That quote right there just made sense to me, and I'm like, wow, we need to do that. We're going to probably throw a challenge out there, is like, when you guys go to your families and stuff, is to try it. Just say thank you for everything. Like, of course, the man above, Mauna, creator and stuff, gets a lot of praise, and without the guidance of him, we wouldn't be here. And
Definitely.
that is something that we're very, very thankful. I put, mine was right. I'm thankful for turkey, stuffing, and all the above. That's my thanks. You know what I mean? Seriously, all the above is everybody that's in my life, and especially our people that tune into us here on our radio show. Also, Winnebago Talks. Baby Wombly, thank him for making this movement being known. This woodland category is really prevalent, and he's doing a lot of good works, and he's learning. He doesn't know it all, I'm sure, so there's people out there that are guiding him, his parents, his grandparents, his auntie moms, that are really helping this gentleman, because you ever see the movie, there's a couple movies and stuff, but like Home Alone, that's the Big Apple. That's a huge city and stuff, and they're out there. So again, we want to make sure that they stay safe, that they do well out there, and they're making us proud and giving them that thanks for having that sense of pride for all of us. There's a couple other people that I want to make mention of, in entities. I noticed something here for Native American Heritage Month, is that there was a lot of professional organizations that are recognizing Native American Heritage Month. I seen last night, even on the Monday Night Football game, they had it there in San Francisco, and the lady sang the national anthem, but in the background, the color guard was the woman Lakota Warriors. Or I don't know if they're Lakota Warriors, but it was the woman Native color guard, and they had their jingle dresses on, and their plumes and everything. It was like a sight to see. So they recognized that. I seen that the Timberwolves, they had Native American Heritage Night just the other day, I think, coming up on Friday up there. What are they called? The Minnesota Wild, the hockey team. I'm not big.
Is it the Blackhawks?
They recognize it too, but the Minnesota's professional team, Blackhawks, is Chicago.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, they are recognized. And so, yeah. And the reason for that is because you got to think about it. We're only about 1% of the population, maybe 1.6 of the United States. There's about 2 million Native Americans, right? And the reason for that is because there's advocates. There's people that saying that you need to recognize. You think about what February is, February is African American History Month, and that's well known. There's other well-known like Heritage Month, Cinco de Mayo and things like this. But when it comes to Native American Heritage Month, when I was growing up, and I noticed that it took a turn. It turned the page where they're recognizing it, but it wasn't that case before. And it's because of those people that said you need to recognize our culture. You need to recognize that we're still here, and all those voices. All those people that got to, these marketing directors or whoever does the scheduling and programming and stuff. And yeah, it was very, very awesome. Last thing I want to share here, DJ Bethani, it was really cool. We went up to Hannahville, Michigan, 10-hour trip.
I seen your Powell Van story.
Yeah. Go to my Facebook page. You'll check it out. But when I was up there, I didn't know a lot of people. But it was crazy because a lot of people said hello to me. And I was like, wow. And one guy came up to me and he's like, how's the radio doing? Oh, okay. So I didn't realize that. So your impression on the radio, ARL, Winnebago Talks, whatever you do on this big voice radio and stuff, it goes out there to the masses. And so a lot of people are watching you. And I kind of stepped back and I was like, oh, my bad. I didn't realize that and stuff. So thank you
Mm-hmm.
to all those that tune into our radio station. That is a huge thank you. And when we put out a message like, hey, we need your help to share this with our relatives and stuff, and you guys do that. We have over 5,000, I believe, on Big Voice, the Facebook page.
Believe
6,000
6,000 plus, yeah.
Yeah, and they might be watching this. You never know who is watching this and stuff. So we just want to say thank you for that information and then helping us out. There's times that you need to be a big voicer and be like, hey, and we really appreciate that, and we notice it as well. So we want to say thank you to that. Remember like when we first started out, Jamie and the crew and everybody, man, they really helped us out, man. That's the foundation.
Definitely.
That was history in the making, and we're always taking feedback. We don't know it all.
Nope.
It's for us, by us.
Yes.
And that sentiment and stuff. And just wanted to make mention of that, guys. I really appreciate you guys. So, paper survey. You got some homework to do. Make sure you get the surveys out there and tune in Thursday to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. What else do we got? Anything else?
Yeah, and then keep your eye out for more details about the annual holiday lighting contest in honor of Old Lady Walker.
All right, you guys have a good rest of your day and happy Thanksgiving.